Excellent trade overall. You should have made a lot of money on that one. Waited for this beautiful A plus setup, which is to break again above this 584.20. And this is where I go long. Hello, this is Chad from American Dream Trading. I wanted to go over a couple of my favorite trades with you guys. So in this first example, I wanted to show you based off of a 1 minute time frame. So I'm going to be scalping off the 1 minute. Now, one of my favorite trades that I love to set up for, this is an A plus setup, is called a double top pullback. So what you guys are looking for is you're looking for either a pre-market high or a previous day high, something that you can go back in time and look at to see where it's going to form a double top. Now, in this instance, you can see that it actually happened during the regular market hours, and we were able to take advantage of this. So if you look right here, you can see this topped out at around 584.19. That's right here at the very top of this wick on the 1 minute candle. You can see then that it pulled back. It ran all the way until it got to around 10:05. So around 10:05. Now, why do I want to look at 10:05? Why does this look like a double top pullback to me? Well, because SPY around 584, the dollar amount that it is, this means that it can actually fluctuate between around 20 to 30 to sometimes 40 cents. So what do I mean by that? Well, the fact that it's up here at 584.19 means that in theory, if that's the case, this could potentially pull back to around 583.90 to start to tell you that this is actually the top. It doesn't have to necessarily get all the way back up, right, to 584.19, but it can be around that range. And technically 584.19 is around 584. So same thing with this, technically around this 583.95, which is where it went, is technically, right, 584. So we're looking for a double top around 584, and that's what this is doing right here. So what happened is it came all the way back. It hit the double top. This is where I will typically buy into puts because I love this in this spot, or I can short if you have a margin account and you want to do shares versus options. So this is what I call a double top pullback. So I love this spot. So it hits the double top. I enter my puts or I short. You can see it drove all the way back down through. It broke through the 9. It broke through the 21, and it bounced on VWAP. So this is where I will sell out these positions because it could not hold and break below VWAP. The volume weighted average price I use as a primary indicator. If it's above it, that's bullish, meaning we want to go long. If it's below it, it's bearish, meaning we want to short below that. So it bounced, it stayed above it. I get out of that trade. Now, there's a second trade that's a beautiful setup inside of this. And again, we did this live. So what you can see is, you can see that this formed a cup and handle. So here's your cup into the handle. Then it bounced back up. Okay, so this is bullish. A cup and handle is bullish, meaning it came back to previous area of resistance. So what are we looking for again? Okay, we're looking back up here again around this 584 range. Okay, if it breaks through the 584 range this time and stays above, then we will want to look at longing it. Now, what we're looking for is after it breaks through, we're looking for a pullback. Okay, because typically the first time it breaks through that major level of resistance, it will want to pull back. So what do I mean by that? If you look right here, right on this candle, it actually broke through, came back, and it is now down here retesting what was once resistance at 584.19 is now become support. And it stayed above this support level and stayed above the 9 and ran. So now this is an opportunity to go long. Now, when I go long on my 1 minutes, because everybody asks me, well, how do I stay in it? How do I keep my head in the game? How do I not freak out on all these little moves? Now that I'm in my trade and it's moving to where I need to go, and by the way, when I have my stop would be just below this 583.95-ish, right? Right around this area below 594. So if you're looking at where does my stop go after I enter it, it's going to be remember, below this support level. That way, if it does knife drop through, I'm always protected, always have your stops in place. But now that I'm in the trade, instead of looking at the 1 minute, I'm going to flip to a 5 minute. Now remember, we've converted a 1 minute scalp. Okay, so we've gone from a 1 minute over to a 5 minute. So this is what we're looking for now. So now in this trade, if we look at the 5 minute versus the 1 minute, we want to make sure it stays above the 9. The 9 is this white line right here. This is the EMA, the 9 EMA. I use this for scalping, and that way I can allow this to run. Now you'll also notice I have the 21 on here, okay? The 21 is my purple line. If it breaks through my 21, for me, this is a major level of indicator that's telling me this is not staying inside of the range I want to be in. So let's look at this trade overall. So I got in the trade down here. I flip to my 5 minute. You can see it stays above the 9 EMA. We start to get heavy right up in here around this 12:35 all the way to 1 o'clock right in here. Now, this breaks through my 9 EMA and holds. This is where I will start to shed, all right? So we can either shed when it pulls back to the 9. So you can see here, here, and these, right? You could shed when it does that, or you could wait till it comes down to the 21. Okay, so you could shed in this area right here, but as soon as this breaks below the 21 and holds, I'm out. I'm completely out of this position, okay? So right here, meaning this is where I would kill this position. Somewhere around this 593 would be the absolute end all for me. I don't want to be in this trade anymore. Now, my rule is on pullbacks, I like to shed. And what do I mean by that? I mean, once it pulls back, then I want to take profits. Now, this did not pull back. This went flat, okay? This pulled back. So this right here is a pullback. So if I had 10 contracts, I'll pull 50% off. If I have 100 shares, I'll pull 50 shares off. I do 50%, 20%, 20%, 10%, allow the last ones to run. But in this case, this would be my first pullback. There's 50%, okay? This is my next pullback. There's 20 more percent. I have 30% left. And then right here is where it showed me it went completely out. So in this case, I'm just completely out of the trade. But you can see, excellent trade overall. You should have made a lot of money on that one. Remember, we first made our money on the double top pullback down to VWAP, turned into a cup and handle. I rode that right back up. I could have either bounced it on the scalp off of VWAP or waited for this beautiful A+ setup, which is to break again above this 584.20. And this is where I go long, entering and allow it to run all the way up that 9 until you see it start to fight in the 21. And if you look at it, it crossed back over down here and it never came back. So hope you guys enjoyed that trade. If you would, make sure you go to americandreamtrading.com, get signed up. We've got free Discords, a free Discord server you guys can get on, and some paid memberships where we train you all day long. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys.
Welcome to the Aftermarket. American Dream Trading. You have entered the Aftermarket.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket Live Chat and Watch Party. I am Dawn, your host, aka J and J Video Reacts, and this is a stream that's been created for you traders to kick back and relax and decompress after the market is over with. What's up, people? I see you down there in the chat. What an amazing first day of 2025. We're going to give ourselves, all of us, the bell. All right, because we killed it today. Maria, good job, baby girl. Kyle, I see Miranda down there. I see F2 down there. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's get into it. The title of today's aftermarket is The Art of Restraint. And we have to learn this because this is a mental thing that most traders struggle with. And we heard it from Coach today, and coaches who you just watched on that awesome video. Look, Arlo, seriously, you killed it on that edit. Coach, that was so jam-packed full of information. Thank you. I've watched it a million times this weekend, and it helped me so much today. So thank you for that. Coach is Chad W. Christian. He's a 32-year stock market vet, and he's literally traded in every market condition imaginable. And he teaches us here at American Dream Trading how to get in trades, out of trades, and everything in between, right? So thank you for letting us come and hang out at your YouTube channel, Coach, and continue to learn with each other and watch your videos and just talk about the trades we made for the day. Speaking of which, if you want to join American Dream Trading, go ahead and click the link that has been pinned to the top of the live chat down there. It's also located in the description of the video for those of you watching the replay. It is AmericanDreamTrading.com. You heard him mention it in the video. Go ahead and click that link and get signed up for your membership now. Become a VIP. Get the best education in the stock market going on today. And he is the only coach, and I'm pretty sure he probably is, the only coach still that does a live open mic where you can literally talk to him and communicate with him directly. He walks us through trades. He helps us with everything. That is a true trainer. So thank you, Coach, for being you. We love your face, Beardo. But yeah, man, I got somebody backstage. Oh, speaking of which, the second link is this link to go ahead and click the restream link to go ahead and come on in here and join the stream. Talk to us about your first day of 2025. Come let us know how it was. All you got to do is make sure that your mic is closed. That way, any background noise doesn't come through. And when you're ready to speak, just go ahead and open. You don't have to have your camera on. So if you want to come on up and hang out, you can do that without showing your face. But if you want to show your face, it's awesome because we love the interaction. We love to see those beautiful smiles, right? Third link is yours truly's tip jar. If you feel like I'm doing a good job on the stream, you appreciate the knowledge that I'm trying to help you to get embedded in here, then go ahead and throw something in the tip jar. It's not mandatory, but it is appreciated. So happy New Year, everybody. Let's get into it. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Who are you? comma greens.
The SEMO greens.
Oh, SEMO greens. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Doing all right, man. Just trying to pick up some knowledge from you. That's it.
Okay. Well, hey, I got knowledge to throw down. So if you're picking it up, I will be throwing it down. Are you a member of the group?
Yeah, lifetime member for like 2 years now.
Okay, cool. So that works. I know I'm coming up on my second year anniversary tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So what are you struggling at all? Are you doing well? How was your first day of 2025?
I'm still doing a lot of paper trading, man. I still ain't got I guess the techniques and mechanics down just yet. I think I get a little too impatient at times.
Well, that's why we're talking about more restraint, right? So, and more restraint is not something that we can do physically. It's a mental thing. Trading is a mental game. I think that's where we get it wrong a lot of times. You know, we focus a lot on the technical mechanics, which you have to do, but we should spend just as much, if not more time, which is why we have this show on mind games, man. It's like trading plays mind games with you, but more importantly, you play mind games with yourself. If you can't hold yourself back from jumping into a trade that you don't even know whether it's good or bad because you don't chart, you don't look for indicators that it might pull back, that's a problem, and that's something that you need to work on mentally. It's not a technical thing. It's, hey, I need to have some patience, because if not, you're going to get death by a thousand cuts, right? And I know you've probably been through that. I know I have.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely
Yeah,
done went through it. I've had my
yeah.
battles.
Going up and then it goes against you, going back. That God, like God, every time I get in it, it goes against me, right? And especially on days like today. Today got choppy towards the end. And it's hard not to want to, just like, I don't know if you were there, but Nate jumped in and said, "Hey, Dawn, don't trade," because Dawn was, smelling blood in the water and she was salivating. And it's so funny. I had planned on doing this stream tonight because I needed to exercise some restraint. I needed to pull back and say, okay, you made a couple dollars today. Don't give any back to the market. Restrain yourself. Have some self-control. That's the hardest thing to do, you know?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Definitely agree. I think a lot of times I have a problem just putting in that stop loss and just taking whatever gains I can get. Because I got a small account, so it's not like I get to do much when I actually do trade. And I'm not
Yeah.
doing paper trade, doing live trading. I don't have the same amount, so it's I think I get a little greedy. Don't put in my stop loss, so I don't think I know, and I just got to work on it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What areas do you think you're struggling with the most?
Literally putting in my stop loss. After I start making profits, I don't put in the stop loss, and it'll go against me, and then I just kind of ride it out, and before you know it, I'm signing out with a loss.
Yeah, and a lot of times, was it green and you let it go red?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was doing that a lot. I was doing that a lot. What helped me was coming in the pre-market, going in there and watching Nate hurry up and get out when he saw a wick coming. What more than the technique, um, was his attitude when he did it. You know what I mean? If anything, I picked up, it was everybody would be like, "Nate, it's still running." I said, "No, no, I got what I need. I'm done. I'm good." You know, and I'm like, I saw the wick, I got out. And then even if it continued running, he wouldn't care because his attitude was, I got it, I got in, I got green. A wick came down letting me know sellers were coming in. So he hurried up and took the money before it was taken back from him. And he didn't care about the money that was left on the table. I couldn't get over that. It took me a long time not to care about the money that was left on the table. Number one, because I was trading to pay bills. That is one of the biggest mistakes that you could ever do. It's like when you try to trade to pay bills, especially when it's your only source of income, I get it, because we were really deep in a hole and I'm thinking trading is going to pull me out of it. And it put me deeper. And I realized, wow, I literally can't use this. It was disheartening at first, right? I'm like, I can't use this as a source of income. I thought I could, but I can't. Not until I learn what to do in a trade. And to do that, I got to get up here and start doing the little things like getting out when it's going against me, like what you just talked about. You know, I got to start doing the little things like waiting when the 9 is over the 21 and all of the indicators are over VWAP. I got to wait for that stuff. I can't just jump in. And it's all here. It's not here, you know. So I would do you, well, you said you're a premium member, so you're not a VIP or what? You don't come in the mornings?
No, no, I'm just a base lifetime member. I got in like literally like the last day it was at $1,000 before Coach ran it up to like 1,500 and then took it away like that last December, like 2 years ago. So I'm
Okay.
just a base lifetime member. I work in the mornings and stuff. I got a actual full time job. I work for the city, so it's hard for me to come in and do the pre markets and stuff.
Right, right. I
Yeah,
got
almost like Coach says, I'm at a job that's what do you say? It's taken away from me making more money.
you. Yep.
How I kind of feel.
Yeah, it's a rock and a hard place because you got to work, but at the same time, you also want to put the time into your education. So, well, with the Lifetime, you're still getting a lot of good stuff because a lot of what he said in that video that I just played, which is free on YouTube, is a lot of what we learn and a lot of the same stuff that we go over in the morning that he laid out for free on YouTube, you know. So if you and I'm sure you're probably watching the videos, right?
Yeah, I watch videos. I do a lot. I think another problem maybe I don't necessarily trade the stocks that y'all are trading because of my smaller cap. So I think the volume and the way things move a little bit more volatile than the stocks that y'all get to trade. And I
I'm a,
really just
I'm
got to kind
a
of
I'm a
sit to
small
the
account. Yeah, I'm a small account. I don't know what you. Yeah, I'm talking a couple $100. I'm a
yeah,
small. So
yeah,
I find um value priced options. I trade shares because that's more in my price range, like a $1 to $5 stock. That's why I eat up pre-market stuff because I'm like, okay, this is in my price range. I can get 5 or 10 shares of this because it's only $1 and make $2 or $3 and just keep adding up and adding up. But it's the technique that I'm getting down, the mental aspect of getting in, getting a couple dollars. Sometimes I only get 10 cents, dude, but I got in and I got green and I got out before it took the money back. You know what I'm saying? So
yep,
it's that little piece of it, disciplining yourself to get in, get green, and get out, and then learn how to stay in the trade. You got to learn how to trade first. So it's like I like Spy, right? I went down to Spy and I got like 10, I may have gotten 20 $10 contracts because it was moving so much. You know what I mean? So for a small account like me, that was huge. No, it's in fact, I think I paid like 6 cents for them. I got like 20 of them. So I paid $120. I cashed it out at $380. It's like you gotta if you have a small account, there's little things that you can do to kind of add to your account if you know where to look, right? And I noticed that Spy, when it gets those long runs like that, you can go down and find a 10-cent contract, a 6-cent contract. Now it's out of the money, so your delta's not going to be that good. So it's going to take a while to get to you. Just know that. And if it pulls back and starts going back the other way before it gets to you, then you got to go ahead and take your hit and go get out of there. But if it gets to you and it's still running, that's a good way for a small account to make some money, you know. But
yeah,
Spy, yeah, I'm not recommending you go with Spy, but Apple can have some Apple's a little bit more expensive now. TSLL, Tesla ran down today. TSLL is good for small accounts. So there's things you can find in there. I know Miranda. I know Maria always talks about Bank of America. I've never played it, but have you ever done Bank of America?
no, I haven't.
Yeah, apparently Bank of America is perfect for small account. I think it's Maria. I think it's under $100, right? And you can get in there and make some nice moves. Ford is another one. Moves slow, but it's good for small account. Mara, there's a whole list of them over there in Discord that I think you can look at that are good for small accounts, and just train yourself to stop doing that dumb shit, dude. I was doing it, stop staying in it when it's going against you. Just cut it. Cut the apron string, quick before you have chance to talk yourself out of it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, no, I definitely need to start putting in my stop loss because there's a lot of times I put my trades in and it'll
Yeah.
get up 20, 30, 40%, sometimes 50%. And it's like, oh, I want more. And just go
I
ahead and put in my
know.
stop loss and
I
just be
know.
happy
That
with what I
greed.
get.
Yep.
And like you said, you walked away with 10 cents sometimes as a profit. I need to just be happy with that 10 cents that it was a green trade and not a red trade.
I was happy as hell when I had made the 10 cents. When I changed my mindset of just making a green trade, getting out of making money to making a green trade, 10 cents was like $1 million. It changed it. It's kind of like, and I'm taking this out of a movie, but the guy's like, you can look at a pretty girl and she can turn ugly the more her attitude sucks. And you can look at a girl that you might not have looked at more than once and she can become the most beautiful thing. The same thing happened with trading. When you stop looking at the money and how much money you can make on each trade and just look at the trade and so the quality of work that you're putting into that trade, then 10 cents becomes $1 million to you. A 10-cent loss becomes a $10,000 loss because you lost. You did the wrong thing. You know what I mean? So it's all mental. And the restraint thing is real because if you don't learn how to control yourself, that's where people lose. It's not because we're not getting the right lessons, it's we can't control ourselves. And I can preach that from high heaven because I was one of the biggest perpetrators of it. You know, I'm thinking I'm going to get in here and be a millionaire within 6 months like Jimmy did. Well, now I have the same education Jimmy did. It's taken me 2 years to get out of my own way, you know? So we all do it. But I hope that that helps you in any way. Just work on the mental, You don't need to do nothing else but work on the mental.
Yeah, I definitely am. I needed to make a confession to help me help the changes, you know.
Clear it out. Clear it out, Don't let it stay in there and fester because that's what we're here for. That's why the group is a support group. We're a family. So that's I love that coach built this up like this because when he's not here, we support each other. And don't ever be afraid to come in the call, Zoom call or anything and say, "Hey, I'm struggling," Um, this is not happening for it. We'll happily pull up trades, talk you through them, and help you out and embrace you, not kick you when you're down.
Yep, yep. Thank you for the words of wisdom advice.
You are welcome, bro. Thank you for coming up here. I appreciate it, you know. Um,
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how I came up here. I was just coming to watch, but I'm glad to
you
put me up
might have
here.
you might have clicked the restream link. You clicked the restream
Okay.
link down there and I pulled you in. That puts you backstage, so I pulled you in. Anybody else coming up here tonight? What we got going on? I'm gonna uh, I'm like, where's my phone? Twerk book, what's up? Or twerk book Tom said evening gang. What's up? Bayside Jim said hard to quit when you get a taste of success. It really is. It's like I was going through that today. I just wanted to keep trading and trading and trading and trading and trading. And it's like, wait a minute, what are you stupid? What's the topic of self-restraint? Chill. I mean, Nate, we joke and Nate comes on and he's like a big brother to me, you know what I mean? But he's like, yeah, stop. Don't do that. And I listen to him, you know. I listen to him because I trust him. He's a mentor to me. So I have no problem humbling myself and listening to what he tells me to do because he's been there. He's done what I'm trying to do. He's made millions of dollars. So Nate says stop, I stop. And I got no problem with that. Same thing with Coach. Coach, I was listening to Coach the other day. I was in a trade, right? Simo, and all of a sudden, it felt like he was talking directly to me, man. it was like I'm sitting there and I was up and he said, "Shed, you need to take some off the table right now." And I'm sitting here and I only had like 20 shares in this thing, but I was up a good bit. And and it was one of the penny stocks. And he's like, if you're up and you're still heavy and holding all of it, it's like he knew, like he could see my screen. And he's like, you need to shed. And I'm like, okay. And I took 50% off of it. You know what I mean? And started shedding. So it is very hard to restrain yourself.
It made you feel good afterwards, though, right?
It did. It really did, because I'm like, damn, I did the right thing. And see, it's so funny. It's like building habits. The more you do the right thing consistently and not the wrong thing, guess what happens? There's a switch. You start getting used to doing shit right. And then that becomes the new habit. So that's what I'm saying. Start doing it right. You know it's already in there. You know how to do it, right? Because I heard you. You said, yeah, I'm standing in two. So you know what you're doing. Stop doing that, and more. Stop doing those things. And you'll start to do it right more frequently. You know what I mean? It'll happen. Just gotta be patient. What's up, Maria?
Hey.
Hey, baby. What's happening?
Well, it's 2025.
Yeah.
What?
Bell
I
for real.
posted in the accountability challenge or the 90-day challenge today.
Oh shoot, I forgot to put in there.
Okay. You do. And I posted on the profit and loss. So there we go.
I forgot. I will put it, and I'll do a better post instead of all of those. All those chicken scratches.
I thought it was good. It made total sense, except for that I know you got back in IWM. Because there ain't no way you had a loss. You got back in. And look at your face right now.
What?
Look at, I'm telling
How'd
Nate.
you know that?
Because I can read your P&L.
Oh.
I'm proud of you for posting it, but you busted. And you said nothing.
Wait a minute, I didn't post any losses.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Your last IWM trade.
What happened there? What? I didn't put. Bruno read out the profit and losses.
Okay, well, while she is trying to figure out what she posted, and it must have been a mistake, obviously, but CMO Greens, I wanted to comment on something you just said about, well, a little bit ago, but about how you'll be up like 30-40% and you don't take it because you just want more. I totally feel you. Like, that has been the last year of my life, or I don't know, 8 months of my life. But then I finally realized if I take that 30%, I can trade that 30% again tomorrow, and it builds, it grows. And so it is, I'm not saying set a take profit, but I do, if I buy more than one contract, my first one, I will set a take profit to be green, to be a free trade. Like, I'll set that. And if it doesn't get there, obviously I'm moving it, but I have to, because I know, like, what's the theme of the show tonight? Like, I know
Restraint.
Right.
And I did not post any losses. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, what's the last IWM on there?
The last IWM, I bought IWM at 120. I bought 20 contracts totaling $120. I sold 20 contracts for $380.
Okay, then I must misunderstand what you posted. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, what?
Okay.
What?
Nate, I'm sorry. I was not correct.
Trying to get somebody in trouble.
But do you feel me, CMO Greens? Like,
Yeah, I do. I definitely do.
and if you only have one contract, it's so much harder. So find something you can buy a couple contracts of, and
that's what I said. Yep.
Take your 40% immediate. As soon as it gets there, or 20%, whatever. Yeah, 20% is really
40.
considered what?
Supposed to be 50. Supposed to be 50.
I'm at 20% profit, 50% of your contract number,
50,
but
20, 20, 10. 50, 20, 20, 10.
that's your contract number. So if you buy 2, you sell 1 at a certain increase. So I said 40%, but you might not get to 40% profit. You might only get to 20.
And
but,
I'm joking around too, because it depends on what you're comfortable with. I've heard Eric Smoto take 90% in a clip and leave 10%.
Right.
So it's what you feel comfortable with.
Well,
But the best thing is
doing. Right.
yeah, Coach gives us a guideline. You can do your own kind of thing with it too,
Sorta, as long as you're still following the rules.
I mean, as long as you're
That's what I used
steady.
to do, though. I would literally be like, well, Coach kind of meant it like this. I'd morph it into my own little. No, that's not what Coach said at all, dummy. Like, what are you doing? So anyway, the point is, though, you can trade that tomorrow. Like, I know it seems like, oh, I might not get max profit, but like, you can tomorrow. If you let it go red, you aren't doing crap tomorrow. You know what I mean? You're found trying to figure out how to deposit your funds and wait in 5 days. Like, no, we're not doing that.
Exactly.
Don't refund our accounts. You know what I mean? But it's okay. Like 30% on a trade is a great trade. Like,
yeah, it
you
is.
did a great job.
Absolutely.
Take it. And like, I know, like, Nate has the ability to get right back in. Some of us. Okay, I'll be there in a second. Okay. I'm sorry. There's a castle being built in my living room. Close the door, please.
Yeah, everybody can't get back in trades like that. You know what I mean?
We might not be able to get back in, but we can tomorrow if we just take the green. You know what I mean? But if we don't take the green,
SEMO green.
Exactly. I'm trying to speak it into existence.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe I'll work on even maybe trying to find cheaper premiums to where I can buy multiple contracts. Because most time I only go in and buy one contract, and like you said, it's harder to keep on to that one when you ain't got nothing to shed, and at least try and take some profit.
Right. That's what
now
I
had.
had.
On a roller coaster
why do you think I get 10-cent and 6-cent contracts? Because I can get 10 of those. You know what I mean? I can do the shedding properly with the 10 contracts. Or I'll go in, it doesn't have to be SPY, I'll go in IWM because that's not that far out of the money. My delta's better. But I can get 10-cent contracts. I can get 10 of them and do the proper shedding.
Right. And then the other thing, I don't know, this is totally random, but it hit me when I was listening to y'all earlier. What are we doing? We're trading, right? So why do we feel like we should hold on? Because we're literally trading, which means it's not ours. Like, we're trading, and we should trade what's better for us. You know what I mean? Because somebody else is on the other end of such. But literally, it just occurred to me, like, the whole word actually means, like, we are not keeping this. It's not ours. We are trading it in for money.
We're trading, not hoarding, right?
Right.
That's right.
And we're trading it for money. So let's do that. Like, let's make that a habit, I don't know.
Yeah, we're day trading. We're not getting married to it.
So silly, but like the actual word trade, like by definition, like duh.
Hey, you're right. You're right. That's what we're doing. That's the name of the game,
Right.
So you're not marrying it, like Nate says, you're not baking a cake.
No cake.
You're going in. You're
I
getting
used to bake
shares.
a lot of cakes.
Yeah. And another thing, right, is getting the shares at a lower price or whatever have you. Like if an option, if it pulls back, that's when you get in there. Make sure your entries are as low as you can get them. And because the idea is to trade low, right? Buy low, sell high. That's a good trade.
So, Don, when you're getting into a trade, like, okay, let's say it's a 2-minute EWO, okay? So, if you're going to buy 10, do you ever buy a few and then see what happens and buy a couple more?
Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll just go ahead and, like, I'll say the stocks in the morning, for example. Sometimes I'll do that. And I got this from Ange because she has her set number, right? I'll do one, and then if it looks like it's running, like say it goes below me, but then it comes back up to me with momentum, I'll add 4 more to make it 5. Or I'll do one and I'll add 9 to make it 10. You know what I mean? I don't really do that with options. I get what I want and then shed off. You know what I mean? But yeah, every now and then I will add in. Yep. I don't like to do it a whole lot when it goes up because it brings my average up, my cost base up. What happened to her? Oh.
I mean,
I was like, where'd you
meltdown
go?
kitty over this freaking castle. Anyway.
I want to play in the castle.
I'm like, there's so many dinosaurs in there. I don't know if you could fit. But okay, so yeah, I've been trying to do that, but like not adding into a bad trade, but like, you know, sometimes it pulls back right away, but you know it's still a proper entry, but it just, like when
I have done it. I've done it in the morning. Like
21 cross, there's a lot of times, and Palm says it all the time. When you get in, a lot of times you're red right off the bat. And so that's sometimes when I'll buy one more or whatever. I don't know. But
dude, I've done it in the morning in the stocks where I'll buy one and it'll go up and I'm like, yeah, I'm in the money, and it'll pull back to what I paid. And I'll go ahead and add more on then. I'm like, oh shit, if it's back at the same price that I paid and I know it's got the momentum, let me throw 10 more on here, you know?
But if the 9 and 21 have crossed against you, no. You know, like there's, you know, you have to use your best, like you have to use the rules still. Like we're not getting in if the EWO changes and it falls below VWAP. No, that's not the time.
I don't even really look at the EWO because I'm scalping all the time. So, but every now and then I will. Yeah, well, that's good. You know, I mean, hey, it's if you're doing it too many EWO, that's wonderful because you are staying in the trade longer.
Even if it's not like, but I still look at the bars because that does tell you if you're in a call and the green bars.
I think we lost her, but I get the point, you know, because the bars do help. I just don't look at them as much because I'm focusing on the 9. So let me get her back in here. Yeah, I look for the bars to see if it's
phone call thing out. Okay,
to see if it's rolling down the hill or rolling up the hill. But I'm focusing so much on the L2 and the 9 that I find myself not looking at the bars as much as I used to.
Right.
You know, so that just kind of happened. I didn't not do it on purpose. It just kind of happened that way because I'm so focused on the 9 and the L2.
Well, the EWO is a great visual for not beginners.
Oh yeah,
but like, it's one of our crutches that we use. It's one of our,
and trust you me, I do look at it. I do glance.
But now you have advanced to where, you know, you're moving on to other indicators and other devices, but it's still helpful as far as visual representation. It is.
Because I can tell you right now, I will glance at it to see if something is rolling down the hill. If it seems like it's topped out, I do catch myself glancing at it because I looked at it for a long time. So it's like you find yourself glancing at a couple of different things. You know what I mean? It's like
with this time in sales, I need you to educate me, okay? Because today you were like, oh, they're buying it lower. Oh, they're and I'm like, I don't even know how the hell to read this. I don't even know. I don't get it. It's flashing so fast. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But
I love it.
But I'm really proud of you. You had a great day. And I'm sorry for insinuating that you got back into a trade.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I did have a good day. I started out with a loss. I started out with the NITO. That was a great trade. Got out.
Did you get into that? I looked at that and I started to get into that, but I didn't get into that.
I bought it in the pre-market at 39 cents.
And what did it get to?
Like $1.30, I think was the high. I wasn't there.
Damn.
I bought 20 at 39 cents.
Where'd you get out?
And I was shedding it in 5s. And I think
Okay.
my first shed, I'd have to look, but it was like 69 cents. And then I was all the way out at like 88, I think, because it pulled back and then the dollar scared me. I just don't trust them to break a dollar, but it
Mhm.
did.
Wow.
I
I
know,
do
right?
have to put the disclaimer out there. We are referring to paper trading
Oh,
accounts as well.
absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know, we don't recommend that anybody who is new to trading or in the learning process use real money. They have plenty of simulators out there. Webull has an excellent simulator that most of us use, and none of us, Chad, Christian, nor myself, or anybody else associated with American Dream Trading, are tax or financial advisors. We are simply people in the group talking, and we are doing this for training and educational purposes only. So don't get it twisted. It's for training and educational purposes. So just want to put that out there.
But my
But yeah,
first trade on IWM did go red. It was, I don't think I was evergreen, or maybe by like $1 or something. I got out quickly
okay,
just because I was like,
yeah,
oh no.
yeah. It
And
got
then
choppy at the end.
I was just like, I don't think I'm trading today. And my husband had called me because he trades SPY, but he was watching it. He was at work. I mean, he
Did
watches
you
it
get in the
even when he's
spot
not.
puts?
Do it? No. But he was watching it. He watches it on his pad, like on his iPad at work, while he can't, even when he can't trade.
Right.
And he had called me and he was like, "Yeah, man, I was really wishing I could have taken that double top and right above VWAP." And I was like, "Yeah, but VWAP was right there." Like, da da da. We were talking through it, and then I looked back like 10 minutes later and was like, "Wow." That double top was a fool. And
Dude.
that's when IWM started pulling too. And as soon as IWM broke the 9 and 21 crossed, I jumped in, and yeah, it was a great trade. And then
Dude,
you were
both
in
of
it.
them.
Yep. I wasn't in SPY, but SPY and I are not friends. I mean,
Yes,
we have,
Files, thank you.
but overall, my P&L with SPY is horrific.
That's why I only play it when it does stuff like what it did today. Like when it
Right.
starts dropping and it just stays down.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Cody
gravy.
literally, like I felt like he took me by the hand and said, come on, see, the water's warm. Come on. And I was just listening to him the whole entire time, and I'm like, I looked at it, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, it's under the 9. The 9 is separated from the 20. This thing is pointed down. I'm like, I've seen SPY when it looks like that. It drops like all day sometimes. Right. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm getting in. I'm getting in. See, today, and I did something I wasn't supposed to do. And my check came in, so I traded it, but I did it because I was confident. I've been doing a lot more trading. I've been doing a lot more watching of setups and getting out when I'm not. So today I felt confident to trade. Yeah. Yes. If something,
I'm telling you,
I did have a couple of.
Go ahead.
I did have a couple of small red trades, but it was nothing to, getting a tizzy about. I just hurried up and got the hell out of it. But today I was a lot more confident. Yeah.
That's what you and I wouldn't do. You know what I mean? Or I'm gonna put us in the same boat because I think we was rowing together. But
yeah, definitely.
I would stay in, and so it's the getting out. It's not dangerous to trade. It's dangerous to stay in. Like literally,
it's dangerous to not control yourself.
Right.
It's you doing it.
It's
you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And
it's not the trade. The market's not taking the money. You're giving the market your money.
And I used to be so bad about guessing bottom, and I'd be rowing upstream like just out of breath. You know what I mean? And just working so hard. And once I finally figured out, I think it was Richard that said, like, don't you want to be a fly on the elephant? Or I don't know what it was, but I was like, I do. I want to be that fly. Like, that is so much easier work. You know what I mean? I'd rather be on the elephant's back than trying to lift the elephant up the mountain. Like, what?
Right.
You know what I mean? So
yes, I do.
I think that was his analogy, but it was something like that. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you, Timo Greens, to take the greens, okay? And live to fight another day. That's literally the name. You can't become great if you don't have the buying power. And 30% a day or 30% a trade is great trade. I think it's 1% a day is all, like, I don't know. There's a whole lot of theories out there, but like 1% a day is a great day for anybody, you know?
Yes, it is.
Definitely right.
Shout
And
out to Evolving Educator. I wonder if that's our teacher. Bucko
yeah,
504's down there. James L's down there. Gilly, what up, Gil? What is going on, brother? Enrique, what's going on, Enrique? Just wanted to say hi to everybody. Bucko said, "Good day, but tiny red day after walking away in a trade." Bucko, come on up here so I can spank you. You know better
he
than to
had to
walk
take
away
his
from a trade.
daughter. He had to give his daughter a ride. He said.
Okay, well,
And he should have
why was the
closed the
trade still
trade.
going?
He should have
Why was
closed
the
it.
trade still going?
He
Yes,
said he
you
should have
know
closed
better.
it. He knew.
You know better. I hate to see anybody lose money. It's like it's just but you know, it is a necessary thing though, because sometimes we need those little spankings to kind of not do something again, you know. So I do it. I go through it.
Well, and our coach said today, he said every dollar matters. And
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be really honest. Like there have been days where I'm like, well, it's just $12. You know what I mean? Like, or it's just
Yes, I had to
$35.
stop doing that. Well, it's just
And
50 cents. No, that 50 cents is, look, that 50
right.
cents is a loss.
Do you
Period.
know what you could do
Stop
with that
thinking 50
$35?
cents. It's a loss.
You know what I mean? I could buy groceries. I mean, I could probably buy
Yes.
like 1 gallon of milk and 1 pack of eggs. That's it for 35. But anyway, but no, but for real, like it does matter. And think
Yeah,
about who you're taking that away from, and or the opportunities you're not providing yourself for tomorrow by taking
that's
them
it.
away. So I've had to put all that in perspective, because literally, like, and my husband says it all the time, I don't know why you believe money grows on trees, like, but I really, like, I just have this very positive, like, oh, it's abundant. It's not.
Well, for you, it does.
I don't have a printer. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. You have to know that you are your printer.
Right,
You
right,
know
right.
how to trade.
But
Print
taking
money.
taking a loss, it's not going to be like, it's not going to just be redeposited in. It doesn't just
Stop
fall
taking
from the sky.
losses.
No, but I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Back in the day, girl, I would be like, oh, well, I'm going to go shake the money tree and it's going to jump back in my account. No,
Right.
it doesn't exist. So, really and truly, it is all about getting the fuck out of the trades. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
and mind control. Mind
Yeah.
control. Control your shit. Control yourself, goddammit. You know, you can do this, guys. You have got to control yourself. And I apologize for the cussing, but that's how passionate I am about it. You are your own worst enemy when you lose money in trading, because no one is making you lose that money but
No.
you. You're not taking your hand off the damn mouse. You're not clicking out of the trade. You're jumping in on a gamma candle that's about to pull against you without charting it and seeing that it's at a damn double top. So stop being your own worst enemy. Restrain yourself.
Right.
You know?
And literally watch coach's videos. Oh my god. Like
over and over.
You sleep to the sound of them. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean, my son, okay, so the other day I had one of coach's videos on like 2 times the speed or whatever. Mm-hmm. And my 16-year-old walked out of his room and he's like, why does he sound like that? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, he sounds different. I'm like, my kids know what this man sounds like. Do you know what I mean? Like, they know. They know Chad Christian as well, you know, because they hear him all the time. And I was like, oh, I have it on 2 times. And he was like, I like that though. Like, and I was like, right, it does help sometimes, because you could still understand every word he says. He's a very you know,
articulate.
Whatever. Anyway, thank you. God bless.
I love doing when I do throw edits together. I love putting CapCut on him, because I almost always never have to correct it, because he speaks so clearly that it gets all the words right. I love it.
Yeah,
But
same.
yeah,
But
you know,
but David though, you better keep David on one. You might be able to put him up to 1.5.
you better, your head is on a swivel with David. It's like, what did he say? What, how, what? David is like, "Nya, nya, 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 nya." And that's because he gets passionate about something
Oh my gosh,
and
I
he will
love it.
just go and go and go and go and go. And just, he can teach like forever. He has to pull himself back, you know?
But literally, all the workshop classes from Bruno and David are gold, and all of Coach's videos on demand. And I mean, the mentorship was great today. I don't know. I just, as many videos as I can watch over and over, even if I'm watching a football game, it's on my computer and I can
Look,
hear both. You know
I
what I mean?
wasn't
Like,
lying. I do sleep with them. Like subliminally, I will sleep with the headset and let it go into my subconscious while I'm sleeping. That's the best way to learn something.
right.
It's like being plugged in the matrix, you know,
Yep.
while you sleep and you upload shit to your brain. The best way to do that is while you're sleeping.
Right.
Cheat
Absolutely.
code. Cheat code. I hope
So,
y'all pick it up.
but yeah, and start there. Like, don't jump into this until you've been subliminally you've had osmosis. No. Anyway. All right, I gotta go because there's castles and dinosaurs and whatever. But
It sounds like
is
Dungeons
this
and Dragons.
Steamboat Greens? Is this your Zoom name also?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope to see you more often. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't ever look through the participants list, but I haven't seen your name maybe in the Zoom chat or anything.
Well, you're
So
on my
chat with
radar
me.
now, so I will be
Chat it
looking.
up.
I do look through the participants list.
That's what's up. I'll be around. I'll definitely be around more.
All right,
I
honey.
appreciate
That's
y'all,
the best
man. Thank
way.
y'all.
Thank you
Get
for coming up here
involved.
and being transparent too, brother. I appreciate you.
Most definitely. That's what we're about here. Got to
That's
be
it.
transparent.
That's it. Maria, thank you, baby, for coming out and making it entertaining as you always do. And good job today. Let's keep it up, right? Let's do it
Yes.
again tomorrow.
So I'm really thinking tomorrow it's gonna have to be the perfect setup. And that's the other thing I'm learning from Nate and everyone else. Coach can scalp in a 20-second trade. That's not me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I need a little bit of a longer setup, but I don't necessarily need a 2-minute EWO. I have figured that out, but I do need, a good 5 candles, like not a half candle.
Well, and here's the thing,
you know?
Coach won't just jump in something either. He'll wait. He always
Oh no!
preaches, wait until the break of this, wait, but he'll
Right.
be in it for like 10 seconds.
Right, but that's because he's
You
got
know?
us with him. I wonder if he probably stays in them a lot longer if we're not with him. Because
Yeah,
we just scratch the
probably.
crap out of him. Hey, could you look at PQRS? Anyway, but I don't know. Like, I feel like after a good day, I really need to be cautious tomorrow. So that's
Yep, we'll do.
that's a
And
part
same
of
here.
restraint, right?
Take a page out of Eric Smoto's book. It's like be very, very, very picky about your trades, especially
Right.
when you've made some money. There's a chance now that you can take that and build your account off of that, but you got to be picky with your trade now more so than ever. Now
Right.
more so than ever because you don't want to lose that.
I used to. So after the hurricane, I was setting my account at $80 every day, right?
Yeah, I remember.
So
Yeah,
I've got a little bit more in there now, and then today, I did well, and so there's more. So now I'm just trying to figure out if I should take a percentage out to pay myself, so that I can continue to grow my account, because it's tough. Like, you know what I mean?
I
But
do.
I haven't figured that out. So I'm gonna try to. I don't know. I'll ask Coach tomorrow. But
I remember what Nana was doing. She had the $100 in there, and anything she made over 100, she would take out and leave the 100 as a base.
and that's what I did with the 80. But
Yeah,
I also it's restricting. So I also want to be able to grow the account to where I can, have a few more contracts or a few more shares. But I also need to be pulling it out so that I'm paying. I don't know. I'm
if you make like say today, right? Altogether, I made like over $500, right? I would
Mhm.
take half of that out.
That's what I was
This
thinking.
is just, yep. I would take half of that out, which I am going to be doing that and putting it off to the side and in a whole nother back, hey,
Giving
yeah,
it
let's
to
pay a
vegan
bill.
knowledge.
Yeah.
No,
And
I
then
have to give like mine to my husband, or else I'll use it. I'll be like, oh
yeah,
wait, hold on. Like,
dude, that stuff will be spent up so quick. I'm like, babe, Starbucks. Yeah, my wife spends $80 a week on Starbucks. Okay,
oh.
I'm like, yeah, no.
I bought my husband an espresso machine last Christmas, right? And it broke right before Christmas this year, but it was still under warranty. His new one came today, and oh my god, it was so wonderful. I mean, like he makes such good espresso with the foam,
I'm
and he
trying
makes
to get her to
design.
go to Starbucks. Let's go to Starbucks and buy a bag of that coffee that you like, and brew that shit at home and sit it in the fridge if you want a cold brew. That's a lot of money. I mean, she
It's a
she
lot of
works
money.
hard. She should have what she wants, but that's a lot of money for a couple cups of coffee during
It
the
is.
week. I'm like $20 every couple of days to get 2 coffees sent, and I do that because it's $13 for one. So I might as well pay 20 for 2. And that way
Right.
I'm saving that. I'm not paying
Do they
26 for
sell it at the grocery store? Do they sell the cold brew?
they do, but she does not like that. And she used to drink Maxwell House, like the can. We used to get a $7 can of Maxwell House that lasted us a month. Oh, I'm going nuts
Now
about it.
she's
But
gotten
anyway,
bougie. She's gotten bougie.
dude, I
No,
know she's gonna
we
kill me for
have
talking about this, but honey, okay,
so
it's crazy.
okay.
So,
So with the espresso machine, I bought him a subscription service to Atlas Coffee, and so every
okay,
month he gets bags of espresso beans, which is just dark roast, um, from a different country. I think we're on Africa right now, but like some month, like last month, it might have been. I can't remember. I'm gonna mess up all these countries because I'm geographically impaired. But anyway, Mexico. I know we're
geographically
on
challenged.
Africa right now, and we've had Brazil, and we've had like, but you get a little
Look,
postcard
Maria,
too.
I gotta learn how to trade right so I can buy my white coffee.
I'm just saying, but no, listen. So we get 4 bags
Oh my
of
god.
coffee, and I don't know how many ounces are in them, but we get 4 bags for like $38 for a month.
Yeah, but she's so picky. I'm trying to get her to go to Starbucks and get a bag of it so we can brew it at home. So
Right.
I would love to get that, but it's like, it's like she's so finicky about things sometimes. Like
Like,
she's stuck on
yeah, because
this particular
sometimes
coffee.
we had one we didn't like, but like I think this month is like fig and dark chocolate and
Yeah.
caramel notes or some shit. I don't
Yeah.
know. And you know what? It all tastes the same to me. I don't really like coffee, but I like being like an espresso shot because I don't drink any sodas. I do like an espresso shot. What, vegan? What, is she in there talking to you?
Did you hear me?
She's getting in trouble. You
Yeah, I
getting in
think I hear her
trouble?
say so. But I'm not getting in trouble. She's the one getting in trouble spending $80 a week on some damn coffee. I give her shit about it all the time, but I still get it for her because happy wife, happy life. She sits at that desk
Right.
all day, and if she can't have what she wants, then what the hell's the point? You know what I mean?
Right.
She busts her ass, she works. So I don't, I give her shit because yeah, it's ridiculous paying $80 a week for some coffee, but if that's what she wants, then damn it, she deserves it because she busts her ass and she works hard and she's got to sit at that freaking desk all day. I want to retire her. So
So, where do you sit all day?
in here
Oh, okay.
with y'all.
Oh.
And
So
I
you be
dip
on
out
the
from
bike,
time to time and go hang
staying on
out
the
with her,
bike.
Huh? Yeah. I didn't do my workout today. I got to do it after the aftermarket. So I'm getting ready to get off of here and get on the bike because I got to, dude, I'm on it. Started the 29th, 20 hours of fasting. And I'm in my feeding window right now and I'm not even hungry. I can't eat past 9 o'clock though. So I haven't not eaten one thing all day.
My dog's fast. Aaron, one of our moderators, sent me Rocky. I think Rocky is the name of the doggy diet, and they fast. But I fast, but I don't intentionally fast. I'm not ever hungry till like 3 o'clock. Like that's when I eat.
Yeah, I've gotten so used to it now, just after 5 days of it, that I don't even have the ghrelin hormone kicking in, which is perfect because when you do that, it goes away. So I'm not even freaking hungry, but I'm gonna eat my salad tonight.
You
I'm gonna
gotta
eat
eat
it.
something though,
You don't. I
or
went
else your
20 days
body will.
without eating shit.
But you have like, or your body will store fat, right? Like, and you don't want that.
Okay, well here's the thing. It will use that fat as energy. So
Oh,
it'll
okay.
store fat initially, but after a while it will die if it doesn't
It
burn
has
that
to.
fat for
Right.
fuel.
Okay. That makes sense.
So yeah.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. But anyway,
All right.
Simo,
I
what's
love
up?
y'all. Good night.
Love you too, baby. You got anything, any closing words you want to tell people before we get out of here, man?
Be disciplined in 2025, man. Stick to the script. We got a coach to put a good SOP together, man. Let's all kind of stick to the script and be disciplined.
Sounds good to me. And with that, I'm going to go find Coach's rules, and we're going to have a good night. Everybody down there in the chat, thank you all for being here. Thank you for your comments, your questions, your interactions. I love your faces, and we're going to do this again tomorrow, same time. All right. Have a good night, Simo.
Later, Don. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. I don't have Coach's rules. I deleted it by mistake. So I'm going to end it with his sales pitch so that you guys know how to get hooked up with American Dream Trading. So
There you go.
Yep. Peace and blessings, y'all.
I think we are still the only stock market education company in the world that has a live open microphone. How is that still possible? They have seen what we have done for people. It's crazy. We trade stocks, options, and futures here at American Dream Trading. So if you guys are interested in, we do have a 7-day trial. You guys can go to our website, americandreamtrading.com. Get signed up, check out the trial. With the regular paid membership, by the way, it's $200 a month. With the regular paid membership, you guys will get access to our Zoom training starting at 8:45 all the way to 4 p.m. every single day that the market is open. When you're ready to step it up, with a VIP membership, you will get daily masterclass training with me starting at around 8 o'clock. We will train or trade or both. You're also going to get early pre-market access starting at 4 a.m. Eastern. You guys will be in there with other moderators and some of our millionaires. You guys will also get access to the VIP lounge. All the workshop classes will be free and they were recorded so you can catch all the previous ones. VIP training videos only to you, and our trading view indicators, which you guys can use our overlay. You just have to have a trading view subscription, which is about $15 to $17. When you're ready to step it up, if you're a VIP and only if, you can then get a VIP Gold add-on, which by the way, right now is half off, $250 a month if you just want to add on the VIP Gold add-on. You're going to get all the mastermind classes for free, 1 hour of tech support where we can remote in and help you get your charts and everything set up. That is not to discuss your accounts, financial information. That's not a one-on-one. You guys are also going to get weekend training every Saturday. We've been doing that at 11 o'clock. The VIP Gold Lounge access, the VIP Gold Priority Help Desk support, the brand new news service, and you guys are going to get the breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, again, to work with our moderators and some of our other millionaires. When they're in the room, they're busy, but when they're in there, you guys can also ask them questions. I think we are still the only stock market education company in the world that has a live open microphone. How is that still possible? They have seen what we have done for people. It's crazy. You guys will be able to ask questions all day with people that have literally made millions of dollars in this room. Who else has that? Nobody. Sale, 6 months VIP membership. You get 6 months of VIP Gold for free for the first 6 months.